Today we're going to talk to you about a major issue surrounding one of our nation's great institutions. Now, I'm not talking about the National Park Service, NASA, or even Betty White. I'm talking about something far, far more important. I'm talking about a monument to the driving force of our nation and perhaps the very essence of the American dream. Seriously, guys, not Betty White. I'm talking about our nation's largest private employer, Walmart. Now, don't get me wrong. I love Walmart. I love the convenience of it. I love their prices. I just love their generous return policies, which we all know as their free rental programs. I love Walmart so much that during a recent road trip from Miami to Dallas, our crew parked our tour bus in the parking lot of a Walmart almost every night and made it our home away from home. There was something really comforting about being able to walk into the store at 4 a.m. to buy oil for our generator, jalapeno flavored Cheetos, and duct tape. The point is, I could wander up to the cashier in my PJs and not look out of place. And yes, I know that children in China are making most of the crap I buy there, but China's so far away. Do you really expect us to care about Chinese children when we have our own problems with kids at home? The biggest problem with Walmart is that we, the taxpayers, are paying their employees salaries, and that's why they can afford to have the lowest prices. That's right. Walmart's prices are the lowest because our government subsidizes their workers' salaries. So you may think you're getting a bargain at Walmart, but you're not. You're paying for it through our nation's complicated and convoluted tax system, and the government thinks, no, they know that we're just too stupid to realize it. Here's how it works. Walmart starts their employees at around $8 per hour, and then either keeps their wages low compared to other stores, or they only have them working part-time so they don't have to pay them benefits, which means we, the taxpayers, make up the difference between what Walmart pays and how much their employees need to survive by giving them government food stamps. Yes, it's true our country is in hard times, which is why Republicans tell us that we have to put up with this situation. Walmart's a job creator, they say, and helping to grow the economy. Well, if that were true, then we wouldn't have a problem. Unfortunately, though, it's horseshit. Walmart has destroyed communities all across the nation. Thousands of mom and pop stores have been put out of business, while hundreds of small towns have developed a Walking Dead-like atmosphere with boarded up storefronts and hopeless, unemployed zombies wandering the streets. To be fair, though, tumbleweed sales are doing great. Walmart wields incredible power, bribing, lobbying politicians on a local, state, and national level with all the subtlety of Darth Vader disciplining his crew. For example, when the city council in DC passed the living wage bill requiring businesses to pay $12.50 an hour, Walmart threatened to close down its new stores if the bill was signed into law. Well, guess what? Rather than fighting the mega chain, Mayor Vincent Gray, a Democrat and a pussy, vetoed the bill. Now, with that type of behavior, I'm sure you'll be glad to know that Walmart's previous president and CEO, Bill Simon, quit in July of this year. However, before his douchebag replacement took over the whip, Simon estimated that the majority of the chain store's 1.4 million employees made less than $25,000 per year. That's barely above the federal poverty line for a family of 4, which seems even more terrible when you consider that Walmart is still a family-owned business. The Waltons. They sound so wholesome and all-American, don't they? How can you hear that name without remembering the beloved TV family of the 70s and 80s? But far from representing a more innocent age, the spawn of Sam Walton is actually the embodiment of evil. PolitiFact.com confirmed that the 6 surviving members of the Walton family control a fortune equal to the wealth of the bottom 42% of Americans combined. Let's put that another way. One family of shopkeepers controls around the same wealth as the poorest 133 million Americans. Now, our friends on the far right are probably having brain aneurysms with indignation right now at the mere suggestion that one family having so much, while so many families have so little, is unjust or unfair. They claim that such a suggestion is socialism. Well, fuck them. We're not upset because the Waltons have so much cash. We're upset because the Waltons are hypocritical welfare queens. That's right. The Waltons are government subsidy-sucking scumbags. Rather than pay their employees a living wage, Walmart keeps their workers' hours so low that employees have to claim benefits like food stamps, housing assistance, and Medicaid just to survive, which according to Forbes magazine adds up to $4,400 per employee per store per year. That's around $6.2 billion annually. So the lesson here is that if you're an unemployed person or a poor family struggling to make ends meet, fuckwits like Sean Hannity and Bill O'Reilly will berate you endlessly for benefit fraud. But if you own more than 40% of the country's wealth and swindle billions of dollars from the taxpayers every year, then, well, that's just fine and dandy. Ultimately, in this mad GOP-backed experiment sold to us by the right-wing media, we the people allow Walmart to socialize their business expenses while watching them privatize their profits. That's not capitalism. It's a scam being perpetrated against the American public. It is a theft of our national treasure, and it should be a crime. So that's why today I'm asking my friends out there in 4TT land to join me in an intervention. We must together break ourselves away from this terrible Walmart addiction and stop enabling each other. Now I know that neither of us is going to stop shopping at Walmart completely. Late night duct tape runs are part of my life. But try Costco instead. They somehow manage to pay employees a living wage. Or you could support the unionization of Walmart workers, or even support efforts to raise the minimum wage in your state. And it really is that important. You may remember that last year during Thanksgiving, employees at a Walmart in Canton, Ohio held a food drive for their fellow employees because some of them couldn't even afford to have turkey for Thanksgiving. And while it was a beautiful gesture that went viral on the internet, I think most of the American public missed the point. Since Walmart workers make so little, they qualify for fucking food stamps. And you know who pays for those food stamps, right? No, not the food stamp fairy. We do. The US taxpayers are paying for Walmart's employees' food stamps because Walmart does not want to pay them a wage where they can actually afford to shop for food at, well, Walmart.